Alright, wow, you guys are doing great. This is the best lucid dreaming course that you'll ever find, because we are going to be getting lucid really, really soon now. If you're doing your prospective memory development, you should start to already have some results. And your dream recall should be happening right now. You should be having a lot of lucid dreams. Soon you will be having a lot of lucid dreams if you're not. Okay, this is a very simple thing. Keep in mind that lucid dreaming is easy. Lucid dreaming is a very easy thing to do. Okay, so this next step is something that is a wonderful step thanks to Stephen LaBerge. He gives us this great technique. Now this is called the reflection intention exercise. And what it's going to do is it's going to take your lucid dreaming to the next level. Your intention is very important. All through this, what you've seen is that I've told you that without intention, you have no control. Awareness plus intention equals control. So if you're going into your dream and you don't know what it is that you want to do with your next lucid dream, then you're not going to have control, and you probably won't be getting lucid if you're not setting your intentions. So now what you need to do is you just need to go ahead and get a pad and paper out and start writing down 4 or 5 intentions that you want to do within your next lucid dream. They can be simple intentions. They don't have to be big things. If you want to fly, if you want to look at your hands, if you want to go visit somebody, if you want to go to the beach, if you want to fly over the mountains, if you want to go through walls, if you want to try to go through a window, if you want to fly to space, all of these are great intentions that you can use in your next lucid dreams. And now what we're going to do is we're going to take the prospective memory development just a step further. Okay, so you should be like 1 week into your prospective memory development by now, and you should be starting on your 2nd week. Don't stop doing your prospective memory development. It is extremely important that you do not stop doing that, and you just add this exercise onto it. Now remember, this is very easy, okay, because you don't have to take any time out of your day to do this. You can do these exercises while you're working, while you're walking, anytime that you want to, and it's just a quick mental exercise. So don't think that it's like a lot of work, that you have to take a lot of time out of your day and these things, because you don't. You just have to get in the habit of doing what you say you're going to do when you want to do it, and most of this is all mental work, okay? So the reflection intention exercise is where we're going to start to mix your dream signs with this exercise. Okay, so the very first part of this is based upon making your intention and then doing what's known as a state test. Stephen LaBerge, who is really amazing at his abilities in lucid dreaming, and he has proven some really amazing things for us. And what he did is he came up with a thing called the state test. And the state test is when you know that you're dreaming in the dream, but you kind of don't really know 100%. So you go ahead and what you do is you do a state test, which is testing your state of consciousness. Now this is very important because the properties of the dream world is that there is no time, no distance, and no space. And with that, that makes it so that there's no friction, and without friction we don't have anything to slow down thought energy. Therefore, what you think and what you feel happens instantly, and that's why if you're not focusing on something, it changes. Okay, so the state test is very simple. You just look at some writing, or you look at your watch, or you look at something that has digital numbers on it. It could be anything, but don't look at like a mountain or a car or something like that. It has to be writing or something that it has numbers or something like that. Okay, so then you look at it. Okay, you're like, I'm looking at my watch, and I look away, and I look back. Okay? Well, it stayed the same. It didn't change. That means that I'm awake. Okay, now if you look at it and it changes, then you're dreaming. Because remember, the dream is an ever-changing thought-built region, so that means that when you're dreaming, if you're not focusing on it and you change your attention to something else, then things start to change. So that means that if you look at some writing on a piece of paper, a lot of times what works really good is that if you just write a D on your hand and put that D on your hand, and when you're going through the day and you're going to do your reflection intention exercise, you ask yourself, is this a dream? You look at your hand with the D on it, you look away, and you look back. Well, if the D stays the same, then you're awake. But if it changes, then you're dreaming. Okay, and that's what will happen in the dream, is that the D will change. And I've done this hundreds of times, and it never fails. So trust me, the reflection intention technique is really good. So what we're doing is we're just taking the perspective memory just a little bit further. So what I want you to do is I want you to go ahead and look at the exercise, and there is a list of 5 things. Now you can make your own list if you want to, but make it something that you do regularly throughout the day. Okay, and continue to do your perspective memory development, but add this to the day. Okay, so you have your list, the next time I put on my clothes, the next time I eat something, the next time that I turn on a light, anything that you know you're going to do a lot. Now this list you can carry around with you. You don't have to necessarily remember these things. You can remind yourself if you need to by carrying it around. And when you do those things, then you do the same thing. You ask yourself, is this a dream? Okay. Then you look at your hand with the D on it, you look away, and you look back. And at that moment, you are awake because it stays the same. So then you just tell yourself, I am awake. But what would it be like if I were dreaming right now? Now here's the most important part. Imagine that you are dreaming. Imagine what the trees would look like. Imagine what the sun would look like. Imagine what the clouds, the walls, anything that's around you. Imagine what it would look like if you were dreaming. And then, even more important, try to imagine what it would feel like. So you want to feel those dream feelings. You want to induce them. Because there's a certain feeling when you're in the dream that things are so surreal. And as you're imagining that, just go ahead and close your eyes and visualize what you're going to do in your next lucid dream. So if you then visualize that, say in your next lucid dream you want to fly. So then you ask yourself, is this a dream? You look at your hand, you look away, you look back. It doesn't change, so you know you're awake. And you say, I'm awake. But what would it feel like if I were dreaming? And you sit with that for a minute, then you close your eyes and you imagine yourself flying into the air. Okay, now you do this throughout the day, and it's an extension of the perspective memory development as you're taking your state tests. So this technique will solidify your intentions, and this will now take your lucid dreaming to the next level, because now you'll have some really good intentions that you want to do, and that will give you the control. So you should do this and the perspective memory development for 2 weeks, okay, straight, before you move on to the next step. Don't skip steps, otherwise you're not going to get lucid. So make sure that you do the perspective memory development and the reflection intention exercise for at least 2 weeks before you move on to the next step, which will be the actual mnemonic induction lucid dreaming technique itself. Okay, and this is the reason why a lot of people don't have the lucid dreams that they want to when they try this, is because they just don't go in order and they don't give it time. So that's why I'm here, just to give you these clues so that you know exactly what to do. Okay, so good luck with that, and enjoy it, and make some really good intentions for your next lucid dream. Get really excited about this, because when you're in the dream, it is so real, and that means that you can experience anything that you want to. So just think about it, and have some great intentions and some great dreams, and we will see you in the next lesson.